Trump is trying to ban states from being able to wipe medical debt from Americans' credit reports. I agree with what they're doing. Let's dive into the details. We might as well, because this would hurt millions of Americans, as there are 20 million Americans who have medical debt that amounts to over $220 billion. And one of the reasons it sucks is because this debt destroys people's credit ratings. It makes it harder for them to obtain loans to buy a house or a car. But thankfully, there have been 15 states that have prohibited credit reporting of medical debt. And Joe Biden's Consumer Financial Protection Bureau tried to do this nationwide in January 2025 on his last days of office, which would have wiped $49 billion in medical bills from credit reports of about 15 million Americans nationwide. But then a court struck that down, saying they overreached. Yeah, but now Trump's Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, ran by Russell Vought, is set to not only not push for a nationwide ban, but he's trying to stop states from having the ability to wipe off this debt from credit reports on their own. All he's done is put forward a non-binding interpretation memo of the Fair Credit Reporting Act, which according to him prohibits states from enacting their own rules on how credit information is collected, used, or shared. And he's asking courts to strike down states' ability to prohibit credit reporting of medical debt. Yeah, so it's not binding and will be up to the courts. Why would this be something the administration would push for, especially as recent reports have shown that many medical debts are the result of billing errors or insurance delays and not always predictive of credit risk? Well, it's important to note that the three biggest credit agencies have on their own taken steps to mitigate the effects of medical debt by removing all paid medical debts, no longer reporting unpaid medical debts under $500, and adding a 1-year waiting period before medical bills sent to collections appear on a credit report. Yeah, that happened in 2022 under pressure from the Biden administration, so you can thank them for that. Okay, so now the only medical debt being reported by credit companies is legitimate. Okay, why should we punish someone even more for getting sick? Not only are they in medical debt, but now you want to make it so they can't get a loan for a house or car as well? Look, when you pretend this debt doesn't exist in someone's credit report, you may hurt them even more, as it makes them look like they are eligible for a loan they cannot afford, and it can push them into even more unpayable debt and make their situation even worse. Well, it helps big businesses profit by decreasing their default risks, that's for sure. I mean, the Trump administration is on the side of big business here. Because in a system that hides medical debt, yes, companies take on more risk when deploying loans, and they pass that risk on to everyone else by raising costs and requiring higher interest rates for everyone. You'll learn a more efficient, transparent system helps everyone and brings down costs for everyone. What would really bring down costs for the 20 million Americans with medical debt is if we weren't the only major country where medical debt existed, where we punish people for getting sick. It's just such a shame that this administration's instinct is to side with business and make matters even worse for those in medical debt. I think this actually makes things better for them, but we disagree. You gotta hop through a couple hoops for that one, huh, bud? Not really. Yeah.